Before we get out of here, one last thing I got just a thoughts on. I went to a meetup like I mentioned yesterday, and we were talking, and the guys were talking. So I kind of always like go fall back and just I'm not quick to run my mouth sort of thing. And I heard one of the guys was talking about, I don't go to track days because it's just too much money. It's like $1,000 to go, and it was one of those things like, well, it can be $1,000, but it could also be, $300 or $150. It all depends. So what are your thoughts when you hear people say, it's too expensive to go to track, that's why I don't go?
Yeah, I mean, shoot. I mean, it is expensive, but like Lewis said, you got to do it in increments. So you got to find your ways. Like this is the right time right now. Black Friday, go put your money down on some gloves, a suit where you can get it discounted, and then a couple months from now buy something else. But once you get out there and you have everything, that's when I don't want to say it becomes cheap, because then you can still mess up your bike, but it becomes more sustainable where you can just manage, like, hey, I want to go to a track day. I just pay just the track fees. I don't have to buy a whole suit and gloves and all that because I already have it. But yeah, what I also want to mention is you got to ask somebody who rides the track and get some help to get there. I know when I first got to the track, Rexy, you sold me your bike. And at that point, I didn't even have a truck. I had a car. So you was actually bringing my bike up for the first few rounds until I found a way to, take it off your hands, but just paying it forward. And, just there's people are so friendly at the track. I mean, somebody will help bring you there, bring you back, just to get you into that experience. And you don't have to throw all your money away just to get to the track. So you can find a way for it not to be expensive for your first couple of times.
Right. Reese, anything you want to add to that about, when you hear the some people complain about the cost and so they don't go?
I mean, I've heard people, working in a dealership for so many years before, I've heard people complain about the cost, about getting to the track. But a lot of times I've seen those guys as like, I'm saying something to, justify me not going. Where some people are actually scared to go to the track. And I'm like, there's nothing to be scared about. You actually can ride your bike to its full potential and actually learn your bike to be a better. There's way, like TJ said, there's better ways of getting to the track, not blowing all your wad. I mean, there's like you said, the forums, there's people going that will help you get there. You don't have to blow all your money. That you can find track days that are actually not that expensive to be able to get to the track and just go, and have some fun and actually learn the sport and learn how to actually ride and not be a nutball out here in the street and make yourself a lot safer. You'll be a surprise. So.
Yeah, start off on a small bike. You can one set of tires can last the whole weekend on a KTM or a Ninja 400. The whole season, not the whole weekend.
Right. You can actually, and then you can flip those. You can flip the tires. You can always flip them.
Because if you're a beginner rider, you're not going through tires like that.
No.
But I think some people like to buy tires, and they don't really need to change them yet.
Yeah, I mean, you're not going to tires. You're not going to tires like that.
Weekend, man. I'm like, word, how many races? 3? He's like, yeah. Oh.
Yeah. Funny story. I used to always ask Rexy, I'm like, man, this turn 6, I keep slipping. Think I don't have any grip. You look at that, man, you got more life left. Just tell me that every weekend. Man, you still got a couple more races left on those tires. Like, oh man. But once you get like faster, and then you realize like it starts to get a little more dangerous. You got to start keeping up with all the tires and up and the fluids and all that stuff, and that's when it can become expensive. So, but just to get out there, no.
And it's good, as I was mentioning to TJ when I said that, it's good to learn how to ride on worn tires. You know,
Yeah.
it's good. It's good to learn how to do that, because if you don't know when the tire is falling, degrading, then how do you know when to change it? And as a beginner rider, you kind of just have to go. And you're not, again, if you're Mesa, one of these fast guys or whatever the case may be, you already know when you should be changing tires. When you're a beginner, you know, you can't just be changing tires because the person next to you is changing tires and y'all are doing similar times.
Yep.
Thanks.
Facts.
Yep.
Yeah, and then for me, the only thing I'll add to that is there's always going to be people that, I don't want to go, it's too expensive. And some people you'll never convince. And other people, it's like Reese said, there's a fear to them of going to the track. Oh, I'm going to crash my bike. I said, look, crashing your bike on the track is like leaving your house and saying, I'm going to crash on the street. Do you ever leave your house and say you're going to crash on the street? No, because you're going to go out and ride. Same thing with going to the track. You go out and ride your ride, and you ride it the way you know how to ride it, and you're actually going to be able to learn a little bit more. Some track organizations even give the first or second session of the day for free to a new rider, just to get you to the track so you can see what it's like. And if you want to stay the rest of the day, you can stay the rest of the day. Like there's plenty of excuses, but none of them are actually really good. Because at the bare minimum, you're going to be a more confident rider, and you're going to have the ability to do so in a safe environment. Whereas if you do go down at the track, there's medical personnel right there. There's people looking out for you. If you crash on the street, I mean, there's a guy that crashed on the tail of the dragon. They found him 3 days later.
Oh, dude, I just heard about that. I heard something, I don't think it's the same story, but some dude crashed somewhere else and they found him like 24 or 27 hours later or whatever.
Yeah, they found this guy a couple of days later, disemboweled because a bear ate him, because he died and a bear ate him. So this dude left his house, and I'm sure that wasn't on his list of, I'm worried about crashing. You should be worried about getting hit by a bear, yo. So go to the track, because I've never heard of somebody getting eaten by a bear after they crash at the track. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
No.
Not
at all.